Car number 77, late model stock car. My sponsors are Town Bank, Hampton Chevrolet, Huffman & Huffman, Surf Rider, and Blue Water Yacht Sales.
55, Mark Wirtz fourth.
This is Mark Wirtz from Virginia Beach, number 55 Chevrolet, sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, CMIT Solutions, Superior Pawn and Gun, Bayport Credit Union, East Coast Synthetics, Extreme Mechanical, Taylor Waste Disposal, Duracloss, and Performance Racing Engines.
Top three, Dwayne Shreves is back in 38.
Dwayne Shreves from Chesapeake, Virginia, Shreves Racing Chevrolet, and anybody looking to get on board as a sponsor, please contact me.
Greg Edwards outside front row.
Greg Edwards, car 97, 97.3 the Eagle, ComServe Wireless, Browers Mechanical, Chevrolet.
And Matt Waltz up front.
Matt Waltz, Newport News, Virginia. Number 2, Waltz Engineered Sales, Dabtown Incorporated, law offices of Phil Forbes, Breach Motorsports, Banks Racing Engines, Chevrolet.
And Matt Waltz is out front. Mark Wirtz falling back a little bit, gets back in line to the outside of C.E. Falk as we make one lap. Our first 75 lapper for the late model stock cars. Cook's Moving Service, St. Leo's, University Night at the races. Nick Smith trying to get a good bite underneath. The 38 of Dwayne Shreves stays behind him in fourth as we speak. And we've got Matt Waltz leading, Greg Edwards, Dwayne Shreves, and Nick Smith. Then it's C.E. Falk, the 55 of Mark Wirtz, as the battle rages on now for the third spot. Here goes Nick Smith down on the inside of Dwayne Shreves. Makes the pass and takes over the third position. Dwayne back to fourth. Side by side now with C.E. Falk to the inside of Dwayne Shreves. He makes the pass. And here comes Dude Gibbs looking to make a move on the 16 of Jeff Oakley. Casey Wyatt right behind Dude Gibbs. Casey looking to make a move to the inside of the 7. It is Matt Waltz who leads, the 97 of Greg Edwards, then Nick Smith, the 40 of C.E. Falk, and Dwayne Shreves in the top 5. Mark Wirtz, the 55 is 6, Wesley Falk, 41-7, Jeff Oakley, the 16, followed closely by the 7 of Dude Gibbs, and Casey Wyatt in the 92 as the caution flag is out for the 83 that spins around here in turn 4. That is Jeremy Grogg in the 83. Our first caution flag comes out here on lap 5 for the 83 of Jeremy Grogg, who spins right there at the bottom of turn number 4. That is the lead ahead of Greg Edwards, Nick Smith, C.E. Falk, Dwayne Shreves. Once again, he's back in fine form along with Mark Wirtz. St. Leo University cone rule is in effect. C.E. Falk chooses to take it on the outside along with the 41 of Wesley Falk. And the 92.9, the wave car of Casey Wyatt, will be to the outside of Nick Smith. Also the 68, Brandon Brown. And it's been a couple of weeks since Brandon's been out here, but good to have him back in 68. Toyota about to come down pit road with the Toyota to the outside of the 2 of Matt Waltz. Matt Waltz in a Chevrolet. He's out front. C.E. right there in second. Here goes Greg looking on the inside to take that second spot away. Nick Smith gets past the 41 of Wesley Falk, and Dwayne Shreves now races side by side with Wesley. Mark Wirtz and Casey Wyatt, then Jeff Oakley, and the 68 of Brandon Brown. We are 5, making 6 laps into it now. Side by side for second between Greg Edwards and Nick Smith. Dwayne Shreves dives on the inside of C.E., who is off the pace. C.E. Falk is off the pace and spins around. Possibly a flat tire. Almost got into the 68 of Brandon Brown. So C.E. Falk, who's got the most wins this year at Langley Speedway, having problems in the 40. They jacked up the right side of C.E. Falk's automobile when he came into the pits. And C.E. is back out and rejoins the field. And he's not coming down pit road again, so he is ready to go. The 99 is Butterbean. His car not ready, the 03, so he's driving a backup machine. The St. Leo University cone rule is in effect. And a couple of drivers chose to use it as we get ready to go back to green flag racing with Matt Waltz leading Nick Smith, Greg Edwards, Dwayne Shreves, and Mark Works the top 5. On the outside, using the St. Leo cone, Wesley Falk and Brandon Brown in 68. CE's got his work cut out for him. He's starting back at the rear of the field. Gets by the 99 and the 83 of Jeremy Grogg. And I think the 99 chose to let him go. So it's Brendan Butterbean Queen driving a backup car, just trying to log some laps today. Greg Edwards to the inside of the 68 of Brandon Brown, makes the pass, and a lot of action up here up front with Nick Smith trying to take the lead away from Matt Waltz. They rub a little bit at the exit of 2. Nick Smith takes the lead from Matt Waltz on lap number 9. Lap number 10 jumps up in lights with Nick Smith as the leader, about 2 car lengths ahead of Matt Waltz. 3 back to the 41 of Wesley Falk. The cone rule used in his favor. He's a car length and a half ahead of the Greg Edwards 97.3, the Eagle car. Then the 38 of Dwayne Shreves, top 5. Jeff Oakley makes the move on Casey Wyatt. The 92.9 the wave car, and here comes Dude Gibbs down on the inside in car number 7. They fight for the 9th position. Jeff Oakley will try and follow the 7 through. Casey's caught on the high side. Oh, and a crash right here in between 1 and 2. Wesley Falk spins around in the 41. Wesley was up there in the top 3 when that spin occurred. Looks like he's got a flat tire. His spin between 1 and 2.
92 in front of the 10, 92 in front of the 10.
Of course, anything under 100 laps, the caution flag laps do not count, so they go back to the green flag laps. And Greg Edwards will have to take care of that before he can continue. As you see it hanging off the side on the right front of the 97.3, the Eagle car. Radio station car, the 97.3, the Eagle car. And they'll get that right front fender taken care of and getting back out. They rip it off and will tape it down if they need to. So all those cars that just pitted will not be eligible for the cone, St. Leo cone. Brandon Brown's going to try and take advantage of that. So is Dude Gibbs in the 7. And C.E. Falk in the 40 will try it on the outside. Brandon Brown will be to the outside of the leader, the 77 of Nick Smith. And Matt Waltz, who's in second. He'll have the 7 of Dude Gibbs to his outside. And C.E. Falk will be to the outside of the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. With another fast hot rod again tonight, the 55, Mark Wirtz. And the 16 of Jeff Oakley, the top 5 on the inside. And we're back underway. There's the green flag. Nice start for Nick Smith. Now Matt Waltz has got his work cut out for him to get by the 68 of Brandon Brown, who stays up high on the racetrack between 3 and 4. Gets a little bit of a nudge from Matt. Lap number 13 here at Langley Speedway. C.E. Falk to the bottom of the racetrack, getting by the 7 of Dude Gibbs. Jeff Oakley in the 16 also will come to the bottom of the racetrack and make the move on the 7 of Dude Gibbs as Casey Wyatt now works the inside of the 18 of Sam Hunt. Jeff Shiflett now to the inside of the 7, and Mark Wirtz does battle with the 68 of Brandon Brown. Mark in 4th, Brandon back to 5th, and here goes C.E. Falk looking underneath the 68. It is Nick Smith, Matt Waltz, Dwayne Shreves, Mark Wirtz. Then it's a battle side by side between the 40 and the 68, and now C.E. makes the pass. And here goes Jeff Oakley making a move for 6th. Terry Carroll coming to life too as he makes a move to the inside, makes the pass on the 10 of Jeff Shiflett. They race door to door, and Terry Carroll completes the pass at the exit of 4. Dude Gibbs now to the inside of Jeff Shiflett. Casey Wyatt in the 97 car of Greg Edwards also moving up. Casey made some adjustments on his 92, and Greg had to get the sheet metal ripped off the right front. Side by side now as Jeff Shiflett tries to get back in line. Greg Edwards makes the pass. It is Nick Smith and Matt Waltz out front. The top two trying to pull away. 3 car lengths separate first and second. Nick Smith, quick Nick Smith, and the 2 of Matt Waltz. They've got about 20 car lengths between themselves. And third place, Dwayne Shreves. About 3 car lengths back to the 55 of Mark Works. And about the same distance back to the 40 Hampton Roads Toyota car of C.E. Falk. Then it's Brandon Brown. In the 16 of Jeff Oakley as the 99. Butterbean comes into the pits. He was trying to log as many laps as possible. He is running for the Rookie of the Year, but tonight driving the 99 instead of the 03. Brandon Brown, he's running pretty good tonight. He's been away for a few weeks at Langley Speedway, driving the 68. He is from Woodbridge, Virginia, 19 years old, with Brandon Built Foundations, Clark Electric, and BrandonBrownRacing.com. Gaining more and more experience out here, just like some of the other drivers, like the 83 of Jeremy Grogg, Butterbean in the 03, and the 91 of Justin Carroll. There's Sam Hunt in the 18. He doesn't have that much experience out here at Langley Speedway. Runs in the K&N series. Here goes Jeff Oakley. He's trying to get 6th away from the 68 of Brandon Brown. Wesley Falk. He is done in the 41. So Butterbean, Wesley Falk, and Dean Shiflett, the only drivers shown out of this event after 25 laps of 75. These drivers know they got to race 2 races tonight, 2 twin 75s. Twins also tonight for the Super Streets, twin 20s. Matt Waltz hanging right with the 77 of Nick Smith. A full straightaway back is the 38 of Dwayne Shreves, now being chased down by Mark Works Dunkin' Donuts 55. Mark Works, former Langley Speedway champion from Virginia Beach. Jeff Oakley trying to get past the 68 of Brandon Brown, tight racing right here on the front straightaway. "28 laps completed. Cook's Moving Service, St. Leo's night at the races. Mark Works inching up on the back bumper, the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. 38 and 55 battle for the 3rd spot. And after 30 laps, it is Nick Smith, Matt Waltz, Dwayne Shreves, Mark Works, C.E. Falk, Brandon Brown, Jeff Oakley, Terry Carroll, Greg Edwards, and Dude Gibbs, and Casey Wyatt. Sam Hunt in the 18 and 12th, Jeff Shiflett the 10. J.T. Jackson, Justin Carroll, Jeremy Grogg. Big pack of cars, exit turn number 2. Dude Gibbs trying to get past the 90 of Terry Carroll. Mark Works still working the 38 of Dwayne Shreves up here for 3rd position. Terry Carroll, Dude Gibbs, and Casey Wyatt nose to tail at the exit of turn number 2. And a caution flag is out for a spin by the 91 of Justin Carroll. Justin Carroll, the reason for the caution flag in turn number 2, a spin in the 91. Drivers choosing to use the St. Leo University cone, the 40 of C.E. Falk, 16 Jeff Oakley, the 97 of Greg Edwards, and the 92 of Casey Wyatt. Back underway, back under green after 4 caution flags. The most recent for the 91 of Justin Carroll. C.E. Falk up front. They stack him up at the exit of 2 as Jeff Oakley got on the brakes at the exit of 2. Almost got Greg in the wall on the back straightaway. And they all lose many positions after that, and they had to slam on the brakes. Something happened with the 16. 34 laps completed. Nick Smith leads by about 2.5 to 3 car lengths on Matt Waltz. Then C.E. Falk in the 40, 1, 2, and 3. Dwayne Shreves, Mark Wirtz in the top 5. Brandon Brown, the 90 of Terry Carroll, 7 of Dude Gibbs, Jeff Oakley, the 97 of Greg Edwards, and the 92 Casey Wyatt. They all got stacked up at the exit of 2 a couple of laps ago. Greg Edwards now trying to work on the 16 of Jeff Oakley and get by him. And Greg's got some work to do in that car in between the first 75 and second. Still fast, though, as he goes to the inside of Jeff Oakley. The 68 and the 90, Terry Carroll, they battle it out. Brandon Brown on the outside of Woodbridge, Virginia. Now Dude Gibbs leans on the 68. After Terry Carroll was able to get by, now Greg Edwards in the 97.3, the Eagle car, makes the pass. Jeff Oakley is going to follow through, and so will Casey Wyatt in the 92 as they stay on the bottom of the racetrack. Brandon up high. Greg Edwards now working on Dude Gibbs at the exit of turn number 2. Great late model action here at Langley Speedway as Nick Smith continues to lead in the Town Bank 77. Casey Wyatt, the 92.9 wave car to the inside of the 68 of Brandon Brown. It is Nick Smith, Matt Waltz, C.E. Falk, Dwayne Shreves, Mark Wirtz, the top 5. In 6th, Terry Carroll in the 90, the 97 of Greg Edwards 7th, Dude Gibbs in 8th, in-car 7, Jeff Oakley 16 in 9th, Casey Wyatt, the 92 in 10th, Brandon Brown, the 68 11th, 12th is Sam Hunt, and Jeremy Grogg in the 83 and 13th, Jeff Shiflett in the 10 and 14th, Justin Carroll, the 91 15th, and J.T. Jackson, 67, shown in 16th position. Brendan Butterbean Queen is out along with Wesley Falk and Dean Shiflett. Here goes the 83 of Jeremy Grogg with a race with the 18 of Sam Hunt. 43 laps out of 75 completed. Nick Smith and Matt Waltz right there together. And Matt Waltz is closing in on Nick Smith. Greg Edwards closing in on the 90 of Terry Carroll at the exit of 2. J.T. Jackson gets by the 91 of Justin Carroll for 15th. And here goes Greg Edwards battling with the 90 of Carroll's Automotive, Terry Carroll, the 90. Matt Waltz, it's time to shine. Lap number 46, closing in on the back bumper of Nick Smith. Talk to Matt Waltz and ask him about his chances for a championship this year and what's he got to do.
Well, we really just got to keep doing our week-to-week stuff. We lost a lot of points last week with a real bad points night. We were sitting 2 out of the points lead. And now we're sitting back in 7th place. I think probably 30-some points. I haven't really looked at it. But we just got to keep digging and keep doing our week-to-week thing. And the points will play out. And if it happens, it happens. You know, I had a bad week last week, but that doesn't mean that somebody else can't have a bad week as well. So we'll just keep doing what we can do, and hopefully it works out.
Well, he's doing what he can do. That is chase down the 77 of Nick Smith for the lead and possibly win number 3 for 2013. Nick Smith knows he's there. He can feel the pressure. Matt Waltz closes in to within about a half a car length on the 77 of Nick Smith. C.E. Falk is back about a full straightaway at least behind these two. In 3rd spot, 38 Dwayne Shreves, back about 5 to 7 car lengths behind C.E. And that is for fourth. And in fifth, the 55 Dunkin' Donuts Chevrolet of Mark Wirtz. Nick Smith knows how to win races. He won every single race last year in the Legends. Moved up to the late models. He's run a couple of late model races last year, but doing it full time this year and looking good and very fast. Got the track record set with a 15.292 on opening night, April the 6th. He's had a couple of chances to win races. Almost won one 2 weeks ago. Was in the lead with 1 lap to go in a 75-lap race, and something with the camshaft broke. Matt Waltz, he's also had his problems with engines after he got those 2 victories. You heard him talk about how bad he wants to win. Just needs to get the bad luck behind him and have a chance to do it. He's in a good spot now as he continues to chase down Nick Smith. They're closing in on some lap traffic. 55 laps will go up in lights, 20 laps to go. Top 10, Nick Smith, Matt Waltz, C.E. Falk, Dwayne Treves, and Greg Edwards in the top 5. Mark Wirtz, Terry Carroll, Dude Gibbs, Jeff Oakley, and Casey Wyatt. Great battle for the lead shaping up between Nick Smith and Matt Waltz. Everybody else is strung out nose to tail. Dude Gibbs trying to close in on Terry Carroll for the 7th position. In the 97 of Greg Edwards, able to get by Mark Wirtz a couple of laps ago, and he is now challenging with Dwayne Treves for 4th position. Greg Edwards coming to life again in the 97.3, the Eagle car. Now he's up to 4th, gets by Dwayne Treves. The 10 of Jeff Shiflett, the 91 of Justin Carroll, just ahead of the leaders. They'll have to keep it out of the way. They'll get the move-over flag probably the next time they come by to let them know the 77 and the 2, the leaders, are coming. 15 laps to go this time by. Matt Waltz and Nick Smith got to be careful getting around the lap traffic. They go to the outside of the 91 of Justin Carroll. Justin gives them plenty of room. They make the pass. Matt Waltz staying right with the 77. Is he waiting till the final few laps? Looks like he's closing in again on the back bumper of Nick Smith for the lead. A half a car length separate those two at the exit of turn 2 that time. And again, between 3 and 4, he closes in. Matt Waltz, time to shine once again. It is lap 63. 12 laps to go. Matt Waltz almost got to the inside of Nick Smith that time at the exit of 2. He's running through 1 and 2 much faster than Nick Smith is. Gets a good run going down the front straightaway again. Closes it on the back bumper. Trying to keep the car from slipping from underneath him. Challenging for the lead on Nick Smith. It's getting tight up front between these two. And again, Matt Waltz trying to get on the inside of Nick Smith's Town Bank logo. 10 laps to go. Matt Waltz almost to the inside that time at the exit of 4. And again, he stays right with Nick Smith for the lead. And again, nudges him at the exit of 2. Nick Smith and Matt Waltz battle it out. Nick Smith looking for his first win of the year. Matt Waltz looking for his 3rd. C.E. Falk still back in 3rd spot as these two continue to battle. Nick Smith doing a great job to hold off the challenge of Matt Waltz. Now it's about a half a car length separation between the 77 and the 2. And Mark Wirtz trying to come back to life and challenge for that top 5 finish as he battles with Dwayne Treves for 5th as this battle goes on again up front. Matt Waltz and Nick Smith battle it out as they have for the past 20 laps. Mark Wirtz to the inside in the Dunkin' Donuts 55. And Wirtz battles Dwayne Treves on the back straightaway for 5th. Mark Wirtz makes the pass. He's in 5th. Dwayne Treves back to 6th. 5 laps to go. Does Matt Waltz have anything left for the 77 of Nick Smith? If he does, it's time to shine. Nick Smith turning laps of about 16.2. Final few laps of the race, 3 laps to go for Nick Smith, holding off the challenge for the minute on Matt Waltz. These cars average speed 89 miles an hour. White flag is about to come out. Final chance for Matt Waltz to come up and do anything with the 77. He almost got into the back bumper that time. Closes in and touches the rear of the 77. Tries to get him loose to dive on the inside on the last lap. 1 lap to go for Nick Smith. And again, Matt Waltz comes underneath the 77. Couldn't quite get some speed out of turn number 2. Final chance, final turn between 3 and 4. Matt Waltz again shoves the back end of Nick Smith. It's not enough. Nick Smith wins over Matt Waltz. C.E. Falk will finish in 3rd position as he crosses the line ahead of Greg Edwards in 4th. The 97.3, the Eagle car. Dunkin' Donuts 55, Mark Wirtz in 5th. Dwayne Treves, 38 is 6th. Terry Carroll, the 90 is 7th. It's Dude Gibbs, the 7 and 8th. Jeff Oakley, 16 and 9th. Casey Wyatt with the top 10 in the 92.9, the Wave car. The Williamsburg Honda 18 of Sam Hunt. Brandon Brown in the 68. Jeremy Grogg in 83 in 13th. 14th, Jeff Shiflett. 15th, Justin Carroll. J.T. Jackson in the 67. 16th, Butterbean in the 99. Brendan Queen in the 17th position. Wesley Falk in 18th in the 41. And Dean Shiflett in the backup number 10 and 19th. Quick Nick Smith doing what he's wanted to do all year long. He got his first win of 2013. He holds on to the track record. He set that on opening night here at Langley Speedway. Gonna pull it into the Dale Lemons victory lane. Here's Chuck.
A new winner in 2013, yet so close so many times, but we're going to talk to him. He'll get unstrapped and join us here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Nick Smith, right there, new winner, Langley Speedway 2013. Man, oh man, so close. What would you? I know you had a mirror full number 2 on you. He made a run for it, that coming out of 4. But man, you've been fighting hard and you've been close and had that time the camshaft, leading the race, dominating that race, and your team just kept working at it. And you told me today you felt good about today. This has got to be a good feeling.
Oh, it's a great feeling. I mean, the past couple months, it feels like we've been there. We just haven't been lucky enough to pull it off. But I got to thank these guys a million times for staying behind us. And we've been fast every week, and we finally pulled one off. And it's June, but it's definitely hot out here. He made me earn it, and I want to thank him for driving me clean. It was a great race. I knew he was there the whole time, and I was driving as hard as I could to just get us a win, you know. But I hope I got something left for the second race. But I can't thank these guys enough for getting me back on the track. And I want to thank the sponsors: Town Bank, Hampton Chevrolet, Huffman and Huffman, Surf Rider, Kowalski Motors, Jay Hedgecock built the car, and Jerry Davids. I'm giving him special thanks. A lot of hard nights in the shop, you know, getting this thing back together from the crash. It's just great. I really feel good being here.
And of course, a special meeting tonight, Cook's Moving Service Night of the races, and at St. Leo University, and some family members to present you with the trophy here tonight. That's a pretty good feeling too. So our congratulations to you, a new winner in 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Mr. Nick Smith right here.
Langley Speedway gives you the Cook's Moving Service St. Leo University Night at the Races, the second Twin 75 at Langley for the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series. The NASCAR late model stock cars with Nick Smith and Matt Waltz up front, C.E. Falk and Greg Edwards in row 2. Row 3, it's Mark Wirtz and Dwayne Treves, Terry Carroll and Dude Gibbs, Jeff Oakley and Casey Wyatt, then Sam Hunt, Brandon Brown, Jeremy Grogg, Jeff Shiflett, Justin Carroll, J.T. Jackson, Brendan Butterbean Queen, Wesley Falk, Dean Shiflett the cars, all scheduled to race, and Nick Smith leads them down. Stacking up a little bit between turns 1 and 2. They get some speed out of turn number 2. C.E. Falk gets by Matt Waltz in the 2, takes over the second spot. Matt with the 55 of Mark Wirtz in his rearview mirror. Now here goes C.E. challenging for the lead, but drops back in line down the back straightaway on Nick Smith. Terry Carroll gets underneath the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. They make a little contact. And here goes the 16 of Jeff Oakley trying to get up some speed. Up front, it is the 77 of Nick Smith, separated by about a car length and a half back to the 40 of C.E. Falk. Then about 3 back to the 2 of Matt Waltz. 55, Mark Wirtz being challenged now by Greg Edwards, the 97-3, the Eagle car. Battle rages on for 4th here between Greg and the 55 of Mark Wirtz. Mark with a top 5 finish the first race. Greg had to fight back from the rear of the field after he made some contact with a 41. They did repairs on his car. He's back out running good. Side by side again with Mark Wirtz in the 55. And Terry Carroll, the 90 to the inside of the 16 of Jeff Oakley. Casey Wyatt trying to get on the bottom of the racetrack to make the pass on Sam Hunt's 18. 5 laps completed. Still it's side by side between Greg and Mark on the back straightaway. Top 3 pulling away. Nick Smith, C.E. Falk, and the 2 of Matt Waltz cross the line. Hot and heavy battle between the 97 and 55. Greg Edwards to the bottom. He's being followed by the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. And if they get by Mark Wirtz, he knows there's a good chance he won't be able to get back in. Smoke comes out of the right front fender on Greg Edwards' car as he made a little contact with the 55 of Mark Wirtz. Now Dwayne Shreves, he gets underneath. And the 16 of Jeff Oakley also will get to the inside of the Dunkin' Donuts 55 of Mark Wirtz. And tire smoke rubbing on that front fender for Greg Edwards. Greg in 4th position, now being challenged by the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. Casey Wyatt still mounts a challenge on the 18 of Sam Hunt. Some great racing for the late models at Langley Speedway. And again, a lot of smoke coming out of the right fender of Greg Edwards, number 97. I'm sure that's tire smoke as he made that contact with the 55, and now Mark Wirtz all over the back bumper of Greg, and so is Dude Gibbs now. Greg falling back. Mark Wirtz makes the pass on Greg Edwards, goes to the high side. Now Dude Gibbs on the outside of the 97 of Greg Edwards. 10 laps completed out of 75. Greg Edwards falling back. Casey Wyatt now makes a move to the inside of the 18 of Sam Hunt's Williamsburg Hyundai ride, and sideways the 68 slams into the 18, and a big crash in between 1 and 2. The 91 Justin Carroll also makes contact with the 18 of Sam Hunt, and Jeff Shiflett gets a piece of this too in the 10 car. 12 laps into it, our first caution flag, and it took a while for that caution flag to come out. We had a couple of cars sitting there on the racetrack. And then the 91 had nowhere to go, slammed into the 18 of Sam Hunt. Some tight racing here for the late model division. Greg Edwards, his car on pit road. They try and clear off the sheet metal from the tire. They'll get Greg back out, making some repairs on that right front. Well, Matt Waltz is into the pits. He was up there in 3rd spot. They're checking his car over too. The 2 car of Matt Waltz. All right, 68 not eligible for the cone. 2, Matt Waltz not eligible. And neither is Greg Edwards since they made a pit stop. Now the 67 of J.T. Jackson, he slows up and lets these cars go by. His car is not up to speed, so he's going to let these other guys get ahead of him. The 99 is Brendan Queen, and they made some adjustments on the 2 of Matt Waltz. Look for him to come up through the field. Dude Gibbs and Casey Wyatt, the 7 and the 92-9, the wave car, will be on the outside. Pace truck is in. The Toyota Tundra comes down pit road. Nick Smith gets into the gas as the green flag is out again. Dude Gibbs showing good sportsmanship, let the fast cars go by on the inside. Now he battles side by side with Dwayne Shreves for the third spot. Dwayne Shreves pushes him up the racetrack a little bit. And C.E. Falk will mount a challenge for the lead with Nick Smith as a side-by-side battle continues for that third spot with Dwayne Shreves and the 7 of Dude Gibbs. Casey Wyatt, he's got his hands full as the 90 of Terry Carroll's down to his inside. The 90 and the 92. 13 laps completed. Nick Smith with a car length and a half advantage over the 40 of C.E. Falk. His Hampton Roads Toyota's number 40. Shreves Racing Chevrolet, the 38 of Dwayne Shreves in third spot, followed by the 16. Jeff Oakley having a good run again tonight. Had to do a lot of repairs on his car. Jeff Oakley of Prince George, Virginia with Rock Island Creek Whitetails and Oakley Diagnostics on his Chevrolet. The 7 of Dude Gibbs. He's run very well this season. And Dude right now in fifth ahead of Mark Wirtz in the 55. Dude Gibbs of Yorktown with Keys Vacations and Extreme Racing Products. Duty's Used Auto Parts. Greg Edwards coming back to life as he challenges the 10 of Jeff Shiflett. Casey Wyatt gets passed by the 2 of Matt Waltz. Greg Edwards now once again will challenge Dean Shiflett's number 10. The 2 red and white cars will duke it out down the back straightaway. $18 laps completed here at Langley Speedway, the second Twin 75. Nick Smith leads C.E. Falk, Dwayne Shreves, Jeff Oakley, and Dude Gibbs. Then Mark Wirtz, Terry Carroll, Matt Waltz, Casey White, and Jeff Shiflett in the top 10. But Greg is now trying to take that 10th position away as he does make the pass on Jeff Shiflett and the Curvin Orthopedic number 10. Jeff Oakley trying to take down the 38 for that third spot. He gets to his inside. Now lets him go down the back straightaway. Jeff Oakley with a fast car tonight. Matt Waltz now trying to get by the 55 of Mark Wirtz. It's underneath the Dunkin' Donuts logo. Matt Waltz of Newport News, Waltz Engineered Sales, DavCon and Law Office of Philip J. Forbes. Makes the pass on the Dunkin' Donuts 55 of Mark Wirtz, and here comes Casey Wyatt in the 92.9 the Wave car, followed by the 97.3 the Eagle Machine of Greg Edwards. Jeff Oakley once again challenges for the third spot with the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. Greg Edwards challenging Casey Wyatt for a position as this battle rages on for the third spot. Dwayne Shreves came out to Langley Speedway in 2013 with a new hot rod, and he is going fast again tonight. But Jeff Oakley says, I think I'm a little bit faster, trying to take away the third spot. We get by the 99 backup machine, Brendan Queen behind the wheel, trying to log some laps. 83 spins around between turns 1 and 2. The 83 is down. Caution flag is out. This is going to tighten up the field once again. Lap 26 as the 83 spins around. Got to the inside of the 18 of Sam Hunt. No contact was made. Just an innocent spin right here between 1 and 2. And that is Jeremy Grog in the 83. Greg Edwards has climbed from his car. Greg Edwards, the 97.3 the Eagle car, with some bad luck tonight. He's got the hood off the race car, and it looks like he might be done for the second 75 lapper. As the 99 gets one of his laps back, Butterbean. Dude Gibbs, he goes to the outside, uses the St. Leo University cone, the 2 of Matt Waltz. He'll be up there in the thick of things on the outside of C.E. Falk, 68 Brandon Brown. Nobody else chooses to go to the outside and advance their position, or at least try to. It's a little tricky on the outside, but if you got a fast race car, you can pull it off. That is what Dude Gibbs and Matt Waltz are hoping for. Green flag back out. C.E. Falk trying to get a good restart, trying to get on the inside of Nick Smith to take the lead away. Nick Smith gives him a little bit of room, but not much, as C.E. pushes his way on the inside to take the lead back from Nick Smith. Nick had to swing it way high at the exit of 4. Now between turns 1 and 2, they're side by side for the lead. C.E. Falk trying to take it away from quick Nick Smith. C.E. makes the pass, and here comes Dude Gibbs on the back bumper of the 77. The 68 swings it high on the racetrack. No caution flag as Brandon Brown slipped a little bit, got into the loose stuff. C.E. Falk leads the 77 of Nick Smith, 7 of Dude Gibbs, 38 Dwayne Shreves, then side by side, Matt Waltz on the outside of Jeff Oakley. Then the 90 of Terry Carroll, 55 Mark Wirtz, Casey Wyatt, and the 92, and the 10 of Dean Shiflett, followed by Jeff, make that the other one, the Wesley Falk, number 10. 77 all over the back bumper of C.E. Falk. He wants to take that lead back and get win number 2 for the year. Nick Smith hanging right with C.E. Falk in the Hampton Roads Toyota dealers, number 40. Those two glued together, nose to tail, about 3 car lengths ahead of Dude Gibbs. Same distance back to the 38, the 16, and the 2 battle. Nick Smith not done with C.E. Falk. Pushes him between turns 1 and 2. Tries to get on the bottom of the racetrack at the exit of 2. Couldn't quite get the nose of his car underneath the 40 of C.E., but is still hanging right with him at the exit of turn 4. Langley Speedway NASCAR short track racing at its finest on a Saturday night. The NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series, Cook's Moving Service, St. Leo night at the races, and it's been exciting every single lap. Nick Smith, here he goes, shoves the 40 of CE at the exit of turn 2. Stays about a half a car length off his back bumper down the back straightaway and closes up again right on the bumper at the exit of turn 4. Between turns 1 and 2, follows the tire tracks of C.E. Falk. Further back, some great racing between the 16 and the 38 as Jeff Oakley makes the pass. Here goes Nick Smith once again, mounting a challenge and to the inside of C.E. Falk. Great racing at Langley Speedway with Nick Smith and C.E. Falk. Dude Gibbs closing up on these guys as they race side by side. Back about 4 car lengths as Matt Waltz makes a challenge on the 16. He gets loose. They make some contact, but they hang on to it down the front straightaway. Great job of driving by both the 16 and the 2, Jeff Oakley and Matt Waltz. Meanwhile, the 77 pulling away from C.E. Falk by 3 car lengths. Now, Dude Gibbs trying to chase down C.E. for the second spot. What an incredible race and a lot of action here at Langley Speedway. There's the 10, Jeff Shiflett with the 55. The Dunkin' Donuts 55 of Mark Wirtz from 9th. It is Nick Smith, C.E. Falk, Dude Gibbs, Jeff Oakley, and Matt Waltz the top 5. Terry Carroll, Dwayne Shreves, Casey Wyatt, Mark Wirtz, and Jeff Shiflett. 39 out of 75 laps completed. Nick Smith fought to get that lead back from C.E. Falk, and he's left him by about 5 car lengths now. Saw a little bit of smoke coming out of the back end of C.E. Falk's machine when he went through turns 1 and 2. Everybody settles down for just a few laps here. The 2 of Matt Waltz trying to make the pass on the 16 of Jeff Oakley. They made some contact earlier. Here he goes again. Matt Waltz in the 16 of Oakley. And that is for 4th. Jeff Oakley gives him room on the bottom of the racetrack. Matt trying to get underneath him. Waltz Engineered Sales, number 2. They both did a great job to save those race cars when they were battling out of turn 4, showing a lot of respect for each other. Now once again, Matt Waltz trying to take it away from the Rock Island Creek Whitetails, number 16 of Jeff Oakley. 43 out of 75 completed. Terry Carroll has gotten by the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. Another great run again tonight for Terry Carroll as this battle just ahead of these guys rages on between the 2 and the 16. Casey Wyatt now closes in on the 38 and the 90 who battle, and Matt Waltz makes the pass on Jeff Oakley. He definitely worked for that pass. And I think Jeff Oakley showed some good sportsmanship and let Matt Waltz go. Matt now in the 4th position. Dwayne Shreves, Terry Carroll, and Casey Wyatt in the 92.9 Wave car with a good battle. Casey closing up on the back bumper of Dwayne Shreves for 7th position. Now between turns 1 and 2, again, Casey about a half a car length off the back bumper of the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. Dwayne slows up a little bit on the back straightaway. Casey gets the nose of his 92.9 The Wave car to the inside of Dwayne Shreves now between turns 1 and 2. Side-by-side battle. Dives underneath him. Makes the pass on Dwayne Shreves. And here comes the 55 of Mark Works. 49 laps completed here at Langley Speedway out of 75 with Nick Smith in the lead over C.E. Falk. C.E. being chased down by Dude Gibbs and Matt Waltz, then Jeff Oakley in 5th. Terry Carroll, the 90 is 6th. Casey Wyatt's 92 in 7th. Dwayne Shreves back to 8th and 38. Mark Works working on him now. And that is for 8th. Then Jeff Shiflett, Wesley Falk, Brandon Brown, J.T. Jackson, Jeremy Grogg, Brendan Queen, and Sam Hunt, Greg Edwards, and Justin Carroll out. Nick Smith looking for 2 wins in 2013 and getting them both on the same night if he can hang on to his position for the final few laps. Trying to get to lap 75. He's got about 23 more laps to go. Langley Speedway once again with the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series. They'll take a week off for the K&N and the K&N Pro E-Series, which will race next weekend at Langley Speedway. They'll be back the following week on June 29th. But they have given us exciting action all year long. Door-to-door battles, sheet metal ripping off, bumping and banging. It's been exciting so far for 2013, and we absolutely love it. Matt Waltz closing in on the 7 of Dude Gibbs. He might have a chance to get a top 3 finish before this race is done, if not higher. And Mark Wirtz, he was fast earlier. He closes in on Dwayne Shreves in the 38 machine. Right now between 1 and 2, looks on the inside, down the back straightaway. Jeff Shiflett with his hands full. Wesley Falk in the 10F car tonight. After his 41 got taken out during the first race. "57 laps out of 75 with Nick Smith, C.E. Falk, Dude Gibbs, Matt Waltz, and Jeff Oakley, the top 5. Dude Gibbs goes around the slower number 99. The backup, Butterbean driving that one. And look at this great battle with Matt Waltz closing in on the 7 of Dude Gibbs. Matt Waltz, a fast race car tonight, gets underneath the 7 of Dude Gibbs. Dude gives him room, and now it's a top 3 for the 2 of Matt Waltz. The 77, Nick Smith, slipped that time at the exit of 2, but it didn't hurt his progress as he stays about 10 to 15 car lengths ahead of the 40 of C.E. Falk back in 2nd. About 10 car lengths back to the 2 of Matt Waltz. And the 7 of Dude Gibbs about 3 car lengths off the back bumper of Matt in 4th. In 5th, About 10 to 15 car lengths back to the 16 of Jeff Oakley. 60 laps, 15 laps to go. And some fast lap times being laid down too. The best lap time for Nick Smith was on lap 3, a 15:9:41. The average speed is about 87 miles an hour to 89 miles an hour. Matt Waltz working on some lap traffic. He's got to be careful. JT Jackson, a little bit in the way there. He moves up on the high side as the 2 of Matt Waltz and the 7 of Dude Gibbs slide underneath. Don't know if Matt Waltz has enough time to chase down CE, but CE is definitely not as fast as he usually is. Nick Smith is lightning fast. Quick Nick Smith in the lead in the 77. Second, CE Falk. Third spot, Matt Waltz in the 2. The 4 position is 7, Dude Gibbs. Position 5, Jeff Oakley in the 16. 6, Terry Carroll. 7th, Casey Wyatt. 8th, Dwayne Shreves. 9th, Mark Wirtz, and Jeff Shiflett once again in the top 10 out of these 18 cars. Those drivers out, Sam Hunt, Greg Edwards, and Justin Carroll. 10 laps to go for Nick Smith. He knows what it's like to be up there leading and have something break. It's happened to him before with just 1 lap to go a couple of weeks ago in the late model race. But he's got good luck on his side tonight so far in the 77. Nick Smith of Hampton, Virginia, 26 years old, with Town Bank, Surfrider, Hampton Chevrolet, Huffman & Huffman, and Blue Water Yacht Sales in service on the 77 for Nick Smith. Looks like Nick is very comfortable where he is right now. A full straightaway ahead of CE back in the 2nd spot. Casey Wyatt closing in on the 90 of Terry Carroll, and that is for 6th. Lap number 70 about to come up in lights as Nick Smith will make his way to the start-finish line. Casey Wyatt continues to battle with the 90 of Terry Carroll, the Carroll's Automotive number 90, and the 92.9 The Wave, the bright yellow race car of Casey Wyatt closing in. 4 laps to go. Nick Smith working the lap traffic. Closes up on the 68 of Brandon Brown. He's got to be careful around this lap traffic not to make any mistakes. Gets to the inside of Brandon. And Matt Waltz has a chance to pass CE Falk and take over the 2nd spot with just 3 laps to go. Matt Waltz closing in on CE Falk. He's got time to do it. He's got 2 laps. CE a little slow coming down the back straightaway. The 2 of Matt Waltz closing in on the back bumper as the 77 works the lap traffic. Nick Smith, Matt Waltz, final lap of the race. Will he push the issue on CE Falk? He does at the exit of turn 2. Dives underneath CE Falk to take over the 2nd spot. It's going to be door to door to the finish as Nick Smith wins. Bumping and banging, shoving each other, and it's going to be CE who barely holds off the 2 of Matt Waltz right there at the end. Casey Wyatt closes up on the 90 of Terry Carroll, but didn't quite have enough to make the pass on the 90 machine. Great race here at Langley Speedway. 75 laps are done. Nick Smith will get his 2nd win in 2013 at Langley Speedway. And what a great job Matt Waltz did to fight with CE right there for that 2nd spot. CE held him off by about a foot at the end of that one for that 2nd spot. Great race again tonight for the 7 of Dude Gibbs, the 16 of Jeff Oakley, and also the 90 of Terry Carroll. Casey Wyatt, the 92, Dwayne Shreves in 38, Mark Wirtz in the 55, Jeff Shiflett with the top 10 in car 10, then Wesley Falk, Brandon Brown, Jeremy Grogg, JT Jackson, Brendan Queen, Sam Hunt, Greg Edwards, and Justin Carroll. Not too good tonight. Greg with a problem in that 2nd race after that 4th place finish earlier in the evening. As quick, Nick Smith will pull it into the Dale Lemons victory lane for the 2nd time this year and the 2nd time tonight. Here's Chuck.
As we will talk to your most recent winner, two-time winner in 2013. Here he is, Nick Smith. Man, oh man. Getting it done, and I tell you what, UNC decided to battle out there a little bit, and I thought, man, it's going to come down to the wire, but all of a sudden, this thing accelerated. What happened?
I don't know. It was just one of them deals where it actually felt like to me like it was slowing down, but sometimes when you feel like you're going slow, you're going faster in these things. But great race. I can't say enough about my guys. I owe a lot of this to them. This car's been fast all year. We just haven't been able to make it here until tonight, but I'm glad we could walk away with 2. And just an awesome night for the Blue Water team with Connor winning the Legend car and us winning 2 tonight. We couldn't sit on the pole. That would have been the icing on the cake. But, I'm happy with the trophies, and I'm glad to be here 2 times tonight.
Absolutely. And I know you got a lot of sponsors that help you out as well.
Oh, yeah. I want to thank the Lord for Big Chris. And I want to thank Chris and his wife, Judy, and Earl and his wife, Denise, and their families for adopting me in here. This is a sweet ride, and I'm glad to be a part of this team. And I got to thank Town Bank, Hampton Chevrolet, Huffman and Huffman, Surf Rider, all the guys that have helped me back home that aren't here to help me get this car where it is right now. And my family for coming out and support me, Cooks Moving for sponsoring the races tonight, Jay Hedgecock, Don Kowalski Engines, everybody. I mean, it's a great night.
Momentum now shifts to the 77 car, and I mean, when you took it down a straightaway, and were you concerned at all with some of the slower traffic that might make it racy again?
I was just praying for no more cautions. The cautions is what has been my biggest enemy this year. It seems like it's like every time I get in the groove, I get the distance I feel comfortable with, and it's a caution. And then C's good on the caution. He's got a lot of track experience, and we had a good race going there for a couple laps, and the 77 got out front, man. She was gone. This is a great car.
It was tonight. 2 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Driver Nick Smith.